welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast.
Hey!
Today, we're diving into a really unique thought experiment that gets to the heart of complex problem solving.
Okay.
We're looking at a detailed case study that pits a sophisticated human-AI collaborative framework against a direct brute force answer from a powerful AI.
The subject is a fictional but very realistic 15 billion euro family enterprise called Aethelhart.
Right.
And they're caught in what the case study calls a convergence crisis.
Okay.
A perfect storm where a financial crunch, governance gridlock, and a family identity crisis are all feeding on each other.
It's a scenario so many family offices will recognize. You have these three pillars: a legacy industrial business needing 500 million euros to modernize.
Okay.
A pioneering tech venture needing 300 million euros just to survive.
Yeah.
And a liquid portfolio just being drained to prop them both up. So the family is paralyzed.
So the challenge was put to two consultants. First, a powerful AI model, DeepSeek,
Yes.
was given the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And second, the case study outlines a strategy developed using this methodology called Deep Augmented Thinking, or DAT,
Right.
which is a framework for human-AI collaboration.
So let's start with the AI solution. It's clean, it's logical.
Sure.
And very much by the book. To solve the immediate cash crisis, it suggests what you'd expect: secure bridge financing, maybe bring in an equity partner for the tech venture,
Okay.
and put the modernization of the industrial business on hold.
It's a sensible, linear playbook.
It's a solid B-plus plan.
Yeah, it's fine.
It addresses the visible symptoms directly. If your house is on fire, this is the plan that gets the fire department there quickly. Here's where the DAT strategy reveals a completely different level of thinking. It doesn't just want to put out the fire.
Right.
It wants to rebuild the house with fireproof materials.
Interesting. And the core principle behind that is fascinating.
Yeah.
DAT's philosophy is that you shouldn't try to suppress the natural oscillations, the cycles of tension, of argument that exist in any complex human system, like a family.
Exactly.
You can't stop a river from flowing.
Exactly. Trying to suppress it just builds up pressure until the dam breaks.
Right.
Instead, DAT proposes you harness that energy. You dig new channels to guide the flow. So in practice, what does that look like?
Okay.
Let's go back to that immediate funding crisis. The AI says, get a loan.
A one-time fix.
A one-time fix. The DAT strategy in its first phase, called rhythm synchronization, does something totally different. It creates these structured decision containers, essentially different meeting forums that operate at different speeds. So this separates the big strategic long-term debates from the urgent tactical ones.
I see.
It sets up milestone-based funding gates.
So to put that in simpler terms, the tech venture doesn't get a $300 million blank check.
No.
It gets its funding in pieces or tranches, and each new piece is unlocked only when the venture hits specific pre-agreed targets.
It builds accountability and validation directly into the system.
Wow.
It resolves the crisis while also teaching the family a more disciplined way to allocate capital. The case study, it projects this improved capital allocation efficiency by 40%.
It's a fundamental upgrade to the system's operating software.
Right, it's not just a patch.
That's a huge distinction.
Huge. So let's apply that to the governance problem. The AI says, create a formal committee to resolve disputes.
Right. It sounds safe and impartial.
It does, but it's an external structure just imposed on the family. DAT does something far more surgical. The analysis first maps the actual power distribution,
Okay.
not the one on the org chart. It identifies that the three siblings, Clara, Lars, and Sophie, each hold a latent veto based on their operational, technical, and financial expertise.
So it sees the informal power network that everyone in the family knows exists, but is never formally acknowledged.
Exactly. And then instead of trying to neutralize this network, it activates it and gives it a productive outlet.
Wow.
But the most brilliant move is how it handles the disengaged and alienated fourth generation. The analysis uncovers this incredible paradox. Giving them a formal seat at the main table was actually stifling their innovative ideas.
No way.
They felt intimidated and their contributions were just diminished.
That's completely counterintuitive.
Totally.
The standard advice is always give the next generation a seat at the table.
And that's what the AI would recommend. But DAT, because it's about augmented human thinking, it understands this nuance. So it proposed structured informal channels, things like a digital platform for asynchronous input, so they can contribute without being in a high-pressure meeting.
Oh, that's smart.
And even reverse mentorship programs, pairing the tech-savvy G4 members with senior leadership.
It bypasses the formal blockages and creates new pathways for their influence to be felt.
Exactly.
And the projected results are just staggering. The case study reports G4 engagement jumping from 15% to an incredible 67%.
Wow.
That's how you secure the future of a 120-year-old enterprise.
The AI's plan just wouldn't and couldn't have come up with that. It doesn't understand paradox.
No.
It sees a problem and applies a linear best practice. DAT sees a living system and designs a way to harness its inherent energy. This is why the DAT strategy led to a 65% reduction in family meeting conflict, not because people magically stopped disagreeing,
Right.
but because their disagreements were channeled into more productive, focused contexts.
So when the review compares the two strategies, it's clear. The AI's plan is accessible, practical, and a good starting point.
Yep.
The review gives it an 8 out of 10 for accessibility, but the DAT strategy is rated a 9 out of 10 for innovation because it's genuinely transformative. It creates a resilient system that's capable of adapting to future crises.
The review concludes with a powerful synthesis, though.
Okay.
It suggests the ultimate solution isn't picking one over the other.
Right.
It's a hybrid.
You use the AI's pragmatic, linear solutions, like securing initial financing, to stop the immediate bleeding.
Exactly, and that buys you the time and stability for the deeper, systemic changes of the DAT methodology to take root and truly restructure the family's dynamics. It perfectly illustrates the concept of augmented thinking. It's not about choosing between human intuition and machine logic.
Right.
It's about using a sophisticated human framework to guide the process, leveraging the machine for what it does best, and applying human wisdom to what it can't understand, the complex, messy, and often paradoxical world of human relationships.
A truly powerful lesson.
Yeah.
It shows that for the most complex challenges, the most effective solution isn't just about finding the right answer, but about building a better system for finding future answers.
So here's a question we'd like you to think about. In your own organization or family enterprise, what is the recurring oscillation, that constant tension or argument you're always trying to suppress? And what might happen if, instead of trying to stop it, you designed a new channel to harness its energy?